going on? It's your dog Artman the Great. We're back with another boxing conversation. We talk about Frank Martin versus Gervonta Davis. What, man? Hold on. Hold on. The fight that Artman said was going to come to the light is finally here. Uh, Frank Martin versus Tank, man. At least, that's what they said. Mike Coppinger said it. But I've been said that shit a while ago before Mike Coppinger. Um, I got a couple sources, what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm a boxing insider, but I know a couple people, what I'm saying? And they said, hey, look, Art man, this fight is next, you know? And I'm already in the lab. I already got some artwork in the cut. You know what I'm saying? I knew that fight was coming. I knew it was coming. But it's all good, though. I'm just glad that it's coming because now we have two solid fights this year. Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin and Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Two solid fights. Let me go ahead and share this link. Let everybody know I'm live right now on YouTube. Hold on. And people mad at me because I'm like, Frank Martin didn't duck Shakur. We're going to talk about it. We definitely going to talk about it. I got a little time. Definitely going to talk about it. Shout out to my dude, Joseph, man. Look, man, we got some good fights. Ryan versus Devin, Frank versus Tank. And then motherfuckers are saying, oh, well, you niggas is hating on Tank. You see nobody hating now. You see nobody's hating now. We want to see the fucking fight. What are you talking about? This is what we want. We're not fucking haters. We're not like these other guys that be like, oh, man, he fighting this guy. He's cherry picking. Nah, it's a good fight right here. FBA versus FBA, undefeated versus undefeated. And a lot of people saying, oh, well, Frankie, you know, his last fight, man, that dude been training for a good minute, dude. I've been seeing Frank looking in fucking great shape. He looked like he can make 135 right now. That's how he looking. Go to his Instagram. You see that dude been working. He's been working. And Tank, he doing fucking jail bids and shit like that. Coming out, baby mama drama and all that extra shit, dealing with the court and all that bullshit. Just unnecessary bullshit. You never know. If he's not on his A game on point, you know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody. And I'm not saying that Frank Martin is gonna get lucky or anything like that. But this is boxing. Shit can happen. Tank can go in there and stop him in the first round, or it could be a competitive fight and they can go to the 12th round. Who fucking knows? But man, one thing's for sure. If you saying this fight's weak, you are definitely a hater. For sure. Shout out to my dude, Jeff Spark. He's at Queens, New York. Man, shout out to my dude. I'm pretty sure you go to the Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. So you need to holler at me and get some Art Man apparel merch for the fight. Make sure you go Art Man apparel because I got some fire shit coming up, dog. I got some super fire shit coming up. Motherfucking Frank Martin versus Gervonta Davis, man. Somebody's getting knocked the fuck out. Yeah, I know that, right? Because both of them dudes can punch. Both of them dudes can punch. And I'm not saying Frank on Tank's level, but he is a FBA fighter. He is very athletic, naturally. You know what I'm saying? No pets, no juice, no none of that shit. He's constantly working. The only thing I'll say is both of these men are coming off a layoff. But one of these men had to sit in fucking jail and eat fucking jail food. You know what I'm saying? The other man was still working, grinding. So you never fucking know, dude. Gervonta, let's talk about his attributes. He's extremely fast. And to be extremely fast, he is very powerful in both hands. So that right there is a deadly combination. But one thing's for sure, Javante does not have the best defense in the world. But sometimes he does, unnecessary stuff where it's like, damn, if you tighten up, he can dodge that. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on his P's and Q's. But sometimes he does slip up and say, you know what, I'm looking for the kill shot, so I'm willing to slip in and take a couple punches to hit you with the hardest punch because I'm already knowing your punch might affect me, but my punch can really knock you out. So it's like that. Hold on, let me send this link to my dude real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure that y'all go to artmanapparel.com. Yeah, make sure y'all go to artmanapparel.com and get the flyest merch, in boxing. But yeah, I think that's a good fight, man. Frank Martin. I was just on somebody's show right now, man. I had to get off because they started talking about Teofimo Lopez and all that shit. And I was like, let me get up out of here and start talking about this real fight right here. Frank Martin versus Javante Davis. A lot of people feel like, oh, Frank, he's not experienced as Javante Davis and all that. But I say, even though he lacks experience, he does have a lot of power and speed too as well. Man, I don't care what nobody say, dude. They can talk about Frank. Oh, he's a prospect. He's a 30-year-old prospect. I'm not trying to hear that shit because he went in there and beat a juiced up fucking Monsieur Rivera. He went in there and beat a juiced up Monsieur Rivera. He beat somebody that's on PEDs. But y'all overlooking at it and saying, oh well, his last fight, it was tough. But y'all don't even mention his last fight. He still hurt dude in the 12th round. That lets me know he has power from round one to round 12. Straight up. It's a good fight though. Frank Martin versus Tank. And then people thinking that niggas gonna hate. Nobody's hating on the fight. If you see anybody hating on the fight, they're definitely some haters. That's what you call a hater because I'm not mad at this fight. Niggas are saying, oh, it's a cherry pick. He cherry picking. It's not a cherry pick. If anything, this is a tougher fight than Cruz. Because I didn't know Cruz until motherfucking Javante fought him. And motherfuckers is bigging up Cruz because he landed a couple punches on a nigga who throwing punches with one fucking hand. For 30 fucking minutes, you land like fucking 5 punches. And niggas is like, oh my God. He made it to the 12th round. This nigga's a hero. Niggas want to get Isaac Pitbull Cruz tatted on him and shit off that shit. Weird shit. Hold on. Yeah, they trying to goat this nigga Pitbull Cruz off of fucking surviving 12 rounds with Javante, but you don't want to sit here and act like motherfucking Frank Martin ain't nobody, dude. Like, what are we talking about here? Straight up, what are we talking about? And I've been calling this fight. Look, let me see. I had a post. Let me see. Let me put that shit up on. Yeah, right here. So it's opposed to both of them, Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. I said it was dated January 23rd, 2024. I said this is going to be a banger, all American banger. Gervonta versus Frank Martin. I posted way back, and niggas was like, "Oh, Art man, you tripping, or whatever. How you don't know this for sure? You just talking." And I'm like, man, y'all just gotta just chill out, and just listen to the art, man. Just let me cook, man. Just let me cook, bro. So I remember, bro, you was the first one. Yeah, people thought I was just joking. Oh, Art man, he's on this Ray Jackson shit. Nah, nigga, I'm nothing like, bro. I have my own identity. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. No disrespect to bro, but we are not the same. But yeah, man, like, bro, a lot of shit that I say is now coming to light. You remember when I posted on my timeline, I said, dude, my source is telling me that the deadline for Spence Crawford has been met, and that fight's not gonna happen next. That shit's done and did, done and fucking dead. And next is like, oh nah, man, all right, man, you just making up shit. You trolling again. You trolling, and I'm like, all right. And then fucking Mauricio Suma comes out and say, I've been in contact that the fight is not happening next day, and the fight's not happening. So yeah, we know what the fuck's going on, or I know what the fuck's going on. And it's very unfortunate in that situation. Said, but Frank ain't taking it to the cards. You can't take it to the cards. No robberies here. You already know, man, they gonna try to rob. The way them boys be speaking. This is gonna be a good fight though. It's gonna be a good fight. Let me see. What do I do? Well, this is gonna be a good fight, definitely. But yeah, Frank Burns, he's dope, man. He's dope. He's definitely dope. Saying ain't official yet. Yeah, that's what they said. It's official. But yeah, it's a good fight, and I feel like a lot of people they shouldn't sleep on it. It's definitely gonna sell, but is it gonna do pay per view numbers? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. I think this shit might top on at like 200, 300K. We might see that shit go right back to 200K or one because the competition. A lot of people don't really know Frank Martin like that. Say, is it official? Other cats on YouTube trying to say it's not yet. They just trying to play it safe. First of all, it's official. They both agreed to the terms. They negotiated. Said Frank's still a contender. LOL. It's true. It's true. And that's the thing. Why are people making it seem like this is so hard to believe? Like Frank Martin is not like, let's be real. It's not like Frank Martin is fucking a two-time champion or something like that. Frank Martin is still a contender. And he just had a tough fight in his last outing, so it's not hard to believe that he got this fight. Let's be real. But this fight is still, perception wise, is still good. Perception wise, this fight is still good because it kills two birds with one stone. The narrative of Tank doesn't fight black fighters, and it keeps Tank active. Another pay-per-view fight that's gonna have people gonna have asses in seats. This will be for the first title, highest paid. He don't want to be that email champ, so he gonna fight. It's bro, this shit is lined up perfectly. Y'all don't even understand. Like niggas are saying it's fake and all this shit, bro. Like y'all don't even understand. This is the perfect fight for dude. I even have a post. You can go to my Twitter. If you don't believe me, go to my Twitter. Just go to my search bar, type in notice, and it says notice Leonard Ellerbe didn't say I was capped when I said that Tank versus Frank is happening next, because he was like I remember he had dismissed some fight that they were talking about, and I said nah, Frank versus Tank is next. He ain't say I was capped. He did not say I was capped. It's so obvious. It was so obvious. Said Tank fight another brother is lit, and that's how they gonna sell the fucking fight right there. Like, bro, we get it. What Tank did with the motherfucking Latino fighters, it's like dope. He stretched it a little too far. You know what I'm saying? He stretched it when he fought two Garcias in the same calendar year. So, nigga, ain't no going back to fighting no Garcias. We want to see you fight a brother, a Martin, a Johnson, you know what I'm saying, a Haney, a Stevenson. We want to see you fight a brother. So the fact that he's fighting a brother, we want to see it. You know what I'm saying? No more Spanish fighters. No disrespect to them, but no more Spanish fighters. We want to see you fight somebody who looks like you. You know what I'm saying? Got the tattoos and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look like y'all niggas got the same fashion designer and all that shit. Both athletic, both fast. You know what I'm saying? Both can run a mile and back, you know. That type of shit, man. That's what we want to see. Look, what is the fight that they call the greatest fight ever? And I'm not talking about like Muhammad Ali days. What is one of the fights that they say is one of the greatest fights ever, or if not, the greatest fight? It's the motherfucking Tommy Hearns versus Hagler, right? And the reason why it was two Black American refs, Black American fighters, and a Black American ref, and they went in there and they put their speed, their power, natural God-given talent, athleticism together, and they gave us a battle that we remember for 100 years to come. When you mix up two Black American fighters, especially good ones, not just any old bottom of the barrel ass motherfuckers, I'm talking about our elite guys, our guys that you can see with your own two eyes that damn, this guy is faster than the average guy. He's, you know what I'm saying, throwing punches with a little bit more conviction on it, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you're fighting somebody from the same class as you where, and I'm gonna be real, a lot of Black American fighters, they get away beating these guys basically just off their athleticism, just being faster than these guys. Literally. Sometimes some of these fighters, dude, they get so far in boxing. Prime example, Jarrett Hurd, Black American fighter. It's not like this guy was the most skilled, but his natural athleticism, size, power, you know what I'm saying, durability, he was able to beat guys down just off pure will, determination, and athleticism. So what happens when you mix a guy from your same class and culture as you? He fought Williams. He fought a black American fighter. And everybody thought that, I don't know why everybody's thinking that Herb was going to walk through him, but they did. And what happened? William went in there and gave him one of the fights to remember. He beat the shit out of Herb, man. Sometimes black American fighters don't even like fighting other black American fighters because it's different when you're fighting somebody who's just as fast as you, who's just as gritty as you, you know what I'm saying? Got the dog just like you. Straight up. It says, seen a tweet about Haney running for 12 rounds, similar to the tail fight right at. It don't matter. It doesn't matter because they can bring up old clips of Devin and his father talk about whatever. It doesn't matter because these guys say everything besides let's fucking fight. Literally, man, I don't know if y'all noticed with Devin, like his last couple opponents, it's not like they chose to fight Devin, bro. They were kind of pressured, publicly pressured into fighting Devin. Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz fucking fought for the title limiter to be fucking Devin Haney's mandatory for the title. Instead of trying to fight Devin, he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia, a guy who dropped out of the fucking title rankings because he said, "Fuck that! I don't want to fucking fight Dev at the time." Right? He's forced into a fight. Kambosos was trying to sneak off and fight Lomachenko, but somehow, we end up, not we, but the Ukraine ended up being in a war with a fucking Russian, you know? And next thing you know, they're like, man, you don't got no choice but to fight Devin because if you don't fight Devin, you're going to look like a duck and he ain't going to make some good bread. So you need to fight this nigga and make some bread. These guys were pressured into fighting Dev. Now even Ryan too. Ryan was trying to fight Rolly and shit. Bro, all these guys, they be trying to skate out of. They know they see something in Dev. They see something in her. All of them. And he's only going to get better. But that's my thoughts on that. I'm about to get up out of here. Shout out to you guys. ArtmanApparel.com for the best boxing merch in boxing.